Well, the best way to describe this past week is money, money, money. We got big contracts coming from the NBA to the NFL, from Boston to LA, two huge stars in their respective leagues. Jaylen Brown, Justin Herbert finally get paid. We got universities leaving the Pac-12 potentially, maybe. We got Bronny James this week, and we're talking about the NFC North, getting ready for football season. Let's go.
We're not the starters. We're not even the backups. This is the Third Stringers Podcast.
Well, the first thing we got to talk about today is the Jaylen Brown and Justin Herbert contracts. Big week for them. $252 million for Justin Herbert over the next 5 years. $304 million for Jaylen Brown over the next 5 years. Talk about a ton of money. But here's the question. Who's bigger for their team? Is it Justin Herbert with the Chargers? Do they need their quarterback? Does Jaylen Brown need to be the Robin to Jason Tatum's Batman?
Oh,
Who knows? Let's go into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kick it off right away. Jaylen Brown's contract's more significant. I think, just in the sports world in general, right? You have 5 players on the court, you have 11 on the field at one time for football. It just makes more sense that you're more valuable at the time. But besides that, the duo of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown has been, one of the top duos in the league for a very long time, since they came in, basically. And the Celtics are going all in on that, right? They're going to give Jason Tatum the extension that he wants, or whatever he wants as well, and they're banking on these two running it for the next 4 to 7 years at least, right? So, and that's my take. I think Justin Herbert is a great quarterback. I think he's top 15, 10, wherever you want to put him. He's definitely one of the rising young quarterbacks. So that's exciting for him. Happy for him. But Jaylen Brown's also, I believe at the moment, it's the highest contract in the NBA.
That's true.
I think it's in
That's
history,
insane. Yeah, that's crazy that he has that. So
That's like how it's trending with the TV deals now too. Like they're only gonna go up, and Tatum has to sign an extension. His will be like insane, and that's just how it's gonna be. And I don't know if it will necessarily pay off. I don't think Jaylen Brown is necessarily a $60 million a year guy, but it's what had to be done. They already got rid of Grant Williams. They got rid of, who else was it? Oh, Marcus Smart. They're not gonna completely, put all these players that, they just went to the finals 2 years ago. Even if they did get, Kristaps and whatnot. It's just what had to be done for the Celtics. And we'll see if it pays off or not. But I think they just want to see if it will actually work out with him and Tatum, with adding, the big that is Porzingis, and hopefully he plays well. He had a pretty good year with the Wizards, but I think Tatum and Brown will just elevate his game. And then with Justin Herbert, I think it's just great for the quarterback market in general. I think, Burrow's contract will probably be well north of that. Do you guys think so?
I don't know about well north, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
I'd
say
more
300. Sure. I'd say 300.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more in the 275 range, something like that. Maybe 260 as a low. But it's going to be higher than Herbert's for sure.
I think Dax could be that.
God.
If they decide to. That cowboy money,
It's Jerry's world. It's Jerry's world.
We'll see if he actually wants to re-sign him, though.
It's going to be a debate, that's for sure. It's going to depend on how he does this year.
Yeah.
But back to the Herbert thing.
Yeah.
It's also the richest deal on a per year basis for the NFL as well.
Yeah.
$252 million over the next 5 years. He got his money. Jaylen Brown got his money. In terms of significance, I think it's got to be Herbert, though. The reason I say it is because there was a lot of talk about Jaylen Brown potentially, wanting to get out of Boston. This kind of secured that for the time being. And I say that only because we've seen players make trade demands in the past in the NBA. So the significance of him signing this deal doesn't mean as much as it used to. Whereas, if it didn't work out in Boston, he can force his way out next year. Now, if it was, a couple of years ago, it'd be a different story. But now we see, franchise quarterbacks getting their money, and they are going to build around Herbert. He is their franchise guy. He will be for the next 10 years. It's not realistic to think that he won't be. This just kind of cements that.
That's fair. I think in that scenario and the way you're presenting it, right? Herbert being the leader of the team for the next 10 years or however, like they're putting it on him. If he likes the team, he likes the area, he'll stay there for as long as he can. Yeah, in that case, they're really putting it on him, and he's rising to the occasion. So the contract is, I guess, better for the team. I guess both parties involved. But for Jaylen Brown, I mean, he shouldn't be paid the most in the NBA. The Celtics giving him this money is great for him, and I think they had to give him this money, or he would be leaving.
Yeah.
It. So, I guess what it ends up is who gets the championship in the next 2 to 3 years. Then we'll come back and revisit this topic.
Yeah. I think the Celtics were more about like keeping him than like if it actually will pay off like once the contract is over. That's what I think, because just last year Jokic had the highest paying deal at 5 years, $270 million. So even that it's come up to $30 million. So like I think it's not long before we see a $500 million contract in the NBA.
True. It's true. And it'll be for 5 years. It'll be for 5 years too.
Who do you think would get it?
I think we're a couple years away from that.
Well, yeah, but just for kicks and
Victor.
giggles. No.
Wembanyama, if he does well in the first couple of years,
It could be.
Generational talent.
It could be.
Spurs put all their trust in him, give him a 7-year deal for like crazy money.
The answer is Zion, because he's still going to be playing.
Oh,
Because
God.
he's only going to play 5 games a year.
I could say Luka.
I also thought about Luka.
Luka's only 23. I personally forget he's only that young. I think
I know,
he's like
it's crazy.
27.
It's crazy.
So
Yeah, I think we're probably about 10 years away from that. So, I mean, it still could be Luka. I think Wembanyama's more realistic if he stays healthy.
Or Scoot, honestly.
Could be.
That's crazy.
True.
Isaiah Collier when he gets there.
You like him, Kratz?
No, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that in another episode. Well,
Okay, then.
let's move on to the next topic of that. Bronny. He had a scary cardiac arrest this past what was that, Tuesday? Or was that Monday? It was Tuesday.
Not gonna lie, I don't know, but I think it's
No, I think
Tuesday.
it was Tuesday. Yeah.
Scary incident, cardiac arrest while working out with the team. We're all just thankful that he was doing a team workout and not a personal workout. But yeah, scary stuff from the USC basketball court there.
Yeah, definitely. I know that LeBron and his wife, I forgot her name, sent out a statement saying thanks to the staff, the medical staff that was there, and he's doing well, blah, blah, blah. And he was only in the hospital for a short time, which is good. So I guess it comes down to whatever the underlying cause was, which hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully he can play his freshman year and everything goes well. If not, maybe return the year after, go from there. But yeah, thankfully he's alive. That's good news.
Yeah. So Shams tweeted from like a reporter in LA that it is a condition. It's an underlying condition. Not sure like how much it affects like him playing basketball or like everything with that, but there is something there, and a lot of people are saying, oh, how come LeBron didn't know? It's something you don't know until it's a problem. True. Which sucks. And the weird thing is though with USC basketball is that they had the same incident of a player collapsing on the floor due to a heart condition last year.
Oh.
It was a freshman 5-star recruit, Vincent. His last name is really hard to like pronounce. And it starts with an I. It's like Inchuno or something. But 5-star recruit. He eventually came back and played the last 10 games of the season. But same thing. He collapsed. The athletic training team had to come save his life, and it's people are like, what are they doing in USC practice?
That's scary.
And like, okay, given like this happens everywhere, right? But like back-to-back years, Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's weird. It's weird that it happened twice.
Mhm.
With like this highly like obviously these athletes have been doing, hard workouts their whole life.
Yeah.
So like it's like what's going on. But yeah, scary stuff.
Thankfully
Yeah.
for him too, he has a father who can bring in the best medical team
Yeah.
that money can buy. So
Yeah.
that's good for him as well.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure,
That helps.
for sure.
That helps.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, even if I'm sure he's going to come back to basketball. It just sounds like the type of thing that he would do, and him and LeBron would do. But even if he chooses not to, he still has financial stability to fall back on. So it's not like a scary incident where he feels like he has to come back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not like a lot of pressure for him to
Right.
come back. Because he has like a partnership with like FaZe Clan and like Nike and like all that stuff.
Yeah, crazy stuff though.
Yeah.
Let's roll into new college, college material here. Football is about to be back. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are too.
Yes.
I am excited.
But there's some interesting rumors flying around, and actually, this one's not a rumor anymore. Colorado officially put in their application to join the Big 12, which is big news there for the Big 12 especially, not for the Pac-12. And Brutus, the Buckeye, even posted something on his Instagram story. His arm around the Oregon Duck there, Quack Nation there, and everyone's got the rumors out that Oregon's joining the Big Ten as well. So, what's happening here? This is some crazy stuff, and it kind of goes back to the TV deals that everybody's got that Paige mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But what is the Pac-12 doing? They're losing everybody.
So I did some research. Sorry, I'm taking it first. Sorry about that.
Oh, go ahead.
I was doing some research, a little bit. It seemed to be the main cause of all this is all the other Power 5 conferences got their deals lined up beginning of the year or earlier, or basically earlier than Pac-12. It's like, this is what happens when you sit on it for so long. The economy takes a downturn, and then I guess a big factor of it as well is ESPN/Disney, and then Amazon laid off a bunch of people, so they're not willing to spend the same amount of money that they were negotiating, I guess, or thought that they could get for the Pac-12. So Pac-12's like, well, we still want that money. Companies are saying no, and now here we are, and schools are leaving. So I don't blame the schools. I know people are upset that a historic conference is kind of dissolving before our very eyes, but this is gotta follow the money. I mean, what else are you gonna do? This isn't like new information. You have to have money to pay for everything. So why are we shocked by this?
Yeah. One, the Pac-12 sucks. No, seriously, like Oregon, UCLA, and USC are the reason people watch.
And they're gone.
They're gone. Arizona can't leave. Otherwise, who are you going to have? Oregon State, Arizona State, Utah State, and what are the other ones? See, I can't. BYU. I mean, BYU's not in the Pac-12, but they're going to the Big 12 along with Houston, UCF. So they're not going to have any teams left. And I kind of to add on what you were saying, Justin, the commissioner even said he had bigger fish to fry than to get that deal done. What could have possibly been more important than that? It doesn't make sense. But I think... What? My phone was doing something weird. But I think Oregon will for sure go to the Big Ten. There's no way they don't go there.
It's set up to do it, and Washington's probably going to follow them as well.
Yeah.
And that'll just create, that'd be 16 teams in the Big Ten. So
16.
maybe a name change here coming, hopefully. But that's what we're kind of going to, right? It's the Pac-12 is going to dissolve, and we're going to see a Big Four. And who's to say ACC is not the next one to kind of crumble? The Big 12 is actually doing something about losing Texas and Oklahoma, adding Colorado, adding Cincinnati. I'm not saying they're huge names, but they're at least making a push to stay relevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's looking towards, an SEC Big Ten domination, like the Big Two, and then everyone else.
I'm curious to see if they just form. I mean, they're already one league, right? You have all these conferences. Just form one big why are we doing this? You know, what is the point of having these conferences?
I think just do Big 12 and then Big 10.
Why?
I guess
Why not just have
SEC.
one big one?
I feel like that would be just a nightmare to
Why?
schedule.
They're already scheduling these games.
It would be very hard to have a schedule set up.
Yeah.
It's like the NFL. I know you have divisions, you have conferences, whatever. Just do it with this, but it's one organization. The NFL has its media deals, right?
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point. But, I mean, if you look at, in terms of scheduling, NBA has two sides, West and East.
Yeah.
NFL has two sides, AFC,
like that.
NFC.
You can still have stuff like that where you have, like, you know, different divisions, different conferences, whatever. But as, like, a media package, it's the NCAA football. Like, why are we splitting it up between the different
Because you're going to
conferences?
have like 100 teams.
Yeah, but that's what you have in NBA, MLB, NFL. They
They only have 30 and 32.
I mean, you can still do it. It just you have to split it up
Yeah.
more. I mean, it's not.
I
not
see your
crazy.
point, right?
Yeah.
I see your point, right? But it all has to come back to the money aspect, where
Yeah.
all these teams don't want a fair share of the money that comes from the NCAA. So if they're signing deals, like Big Ten has their own deal, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, they're going to get a ton of the money. They have different splits, like different cuts of the cash. It's not equal.
I know, but you
And
could still do that with a bigger conference or bigger.
it would just be a lot messier.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like it'd be easier though, but maybe okay. Yeah, it would be
And
messy.
then no
but
more college football.
Yeah, let's just cut out college.
It just disbands everywhere.
I don't know.
Just sign for the NFL.
There just has to be a better system to doing this than having each conference do it. I don't know. That's just strange to me.
I do get your point, Justin, but then I'm also thinking like, okay, what if, like, for example, let's do like UConn. You know, they're awesome at basketball, but they suck at football.
Yeah, well,
and then you're like, why do I want to play that? Oh, that just makes it harder.
Why does that make it harder?
I don't know. But
I mean,
they
that's
might
already
go to the
happening.
Big 12 too.
That's
Yeah,
already
they might go to the
happening
Big 12 too.
for schools, right? You have a school like UConn. They're great at basketball. They get more money for basketball for the media. So it already happens. They can just make it more of a, I don't know. I guess I'm just dreaming big here, but I think it could happen.
Yeah, it could. Because I think they actually might go to the Big 12. Gonzaga and UConn. Because that's obviously the top tier of NCAA basketball.
Yeah,
It's true.
Never know.
It's just they just don't have a football team. Gonzaga.
I thought they. Oh yeah, Gonzaga doesn't know.
Yeah, UConn does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Clearly.
we'll see how that shapes out. But that's definitely interesting to see more teams falling. The next domino to fall is where Notre Dame's going. Their TV rights are up after the 2024 season.
I think that'll be the hardest one.
That's going to be the hardest one because Notre Dame's going to want a huge cut of whatever conference they go to, if they go to one. They might just stick it out and ride it out with NBC. But after Peacock's big announcement of losing $1.3 billion already and about to lose $3 billion in the year 2023, that's a tough pill to swallow there. So
How are they still staying afloat?
NBC money. Notre Dame money.
That's fair.
All right, let's move on to NFL division picks. This is a new segment that we got for the NFL football season. So today we're going to talk about the NFC North. We're going to talk about our predictions, our biggest highlights, Lions, our biggest teams that are falling, Vikings or Packers, and and how we expect the standings to how they are going to form here at the end of the season. So, who wants to go first?
I'm just like a rundown of my standings.
Yeah, sure.
So I think the Vikings are gonna win
Okay.
the NFC North, and I have the Lions, then I have the Packers, and then I have the Bears.
Okay.
I don't think the Bears will be good at all. And also I don't see the Packers, like my whole family's Packers fan, so like I hear about it like all the time. But I think Jordan Love will surprise people, but like I think it might be like too much of a spotlight for sure this year for him. Because I think he has honestly the most pressure of like any quarterback. in my opinion. And like with him, like how many games has he even played like in the NFL? Do you guys know?
2.
Not too many. Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like 3 or something. Yeah. So to fill Aaron Rodgers' shoes, especially with like that loyal of a fan base, is gonna be like really really hard for him. So I don't think they'll finish last, but like yeah, that's why I have them in the 3rd ranking for right now.
Yeah, they have had 30 years of progressive Hall of Fame quarterback play between Brett Favre and then handing it off to Aaron Rodgers. It has been the most consistent quarterback play of any team.
Yeah. Lot to live up to for sure.
A lot to live up to. Yeah. Justin, you want to
go? Sure. I have the Lions leading the pack. I think they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out strong. They're gonna beat the Chiefs at home or away.
Bold take.
They're coming out
Whoa.
swinging. If they win that game, they're for sure winning the division.
I think if they win that
I can get with that one. People are gonna be like, "Oh my!"
That game. A lot of people are putting bets on it.
People are gonna put like Lions 2024 Super Bowl champions, like tattoo it to them after that game.
After that, I still have the Vikings. They're still gonna be a decent team, right? They'll be fine. They'll be up there. Then the Bears, then the Packers. I think the Packers are gonna drop hard. Like we just said, they've had a top-tier quarterback for however many years. Their team hasn't been that good the past 10 years, right? They lost their star quarterback. They lost their star wide receiver, Devontae Adams, a couple years ago. What are they without them? Not much. And then the Bears, I feel like they're on the rise a little bit. I don't think they're still a complete team. But yeah, so I think it's kind of a weird division right now. It's weird to think that the Lions are going to lead it, but yeah, we're going to try our best.
So last year, So last year, the NFC North was kind of viewed as pretty pathetic overall. It was a rough season because everybody knew that the Vikings weren't good, and they were just kind of. I mean, they won a ton of close games. Their overall point differential was negative, so they got lucky. They had a lucky season.
Yeah.
They lost Dalvin Cook. They lost Adam Thielen.
True.
It's going to be a different style offense. They still have Justin Jefferson. He's very consistent, but he's going to see a lot of double teams this year. And I'm not saying he didn't this last year, but it's going to be a little tougher for him. I actually have them last.
The Vikings last? Whoa.
The Vikings last.
Wow.
They have a rough defense. It's pathetic, and they didn't really do anything to address it. Then I'll put the Bears. Bears are going to have a better season than I think everybody thinks. A lot of people are high on Justin Fields. I'm not as high as them, but I think their defense is going to be legit. They're going to have a pretty good defense. Fields is going to throw a lot of interceptions, I think. He's got the wide receiver core, and I think he's going to air it out a little bit. But I think it's going to be a little rougher than people think. Then I've got the Packers. I'm a little higher on Jordan Love as well. I don't think he's terrible, and their coach is good enough to win games. Their defense is still good. Then we got the Lions.
Let's go.
Lions at the top.
Let's go.
Has to be. Going to be a great season, okay? Chiefs, that game will determine a lot, okay?
Yep.
I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think the Chiefs, Super Bowl hangover. I think the Lions are hungry. I don't think the Chiefs are really going to be in that first game. Like, I think they're just, I don't think they're going to expect a lot, right? I'm not saying the Lions are going to win, but I think they'll keep it close. I think let's see what the over-under. It's Chiefs 7, okay? I'm taking the 7 points. Taking the 7 points for sure. I think it's going to be a close game.
I hope it is.
But yeah, I think they'll have a good season, though. They're poised for it. Their defense is going to be good. I hope C.J. Gardner-Johnson is okay because he's going to be a great leader on the defense. It's going to be a good season.
Let's go.
How many games do you think the Lions will win this year?
All right, let's go through it. I love that you asked the question. Okay.
Oh gosh.
So,
I'm not ready for this.
Lions, Chiefs. Lions, Chiefs. Okay, let's go with the loss. Seahawks, Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Bucks. Okay, that's a pretty good run there. Seahawks. It's going to be an up in the air game. Seahawks are going to be pretty good. Okay, dub. Falcons, dub.
Yeah.
Packers, dub.
Yeah.
Panthers, dub.
Dub.
Bucks, dub. Then they play the
Ravens.
Ravens. Probably a
Dub.
loss.
I think
Probably.
loss.
No. That's a
No.
loss, Justin. That's a loss, Justin.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Raiders, that's a win.
Yeah.
Chargers, probably a loss.
Yeah.
Bears win. Packers. All right, fine. Win.
Yeah.
Saints.
I
Saints will
don't
be
know.
tough. They have a good defense. They're experienced.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is much better. Than
Okay,
what they played last year.
time out. When Derek Carr's on the Raiders, everyone says he's trash, but now that he's on the Saints, he's great.
No.
No,
Never
I'm saying
said he
he's
was trash,
good.
right? Yeah.
Oh
Never
my
said he's
God.
trash.
Everyone was hating on Derek Carr, and I was like,
But
he
he
is a
w-
decent quarterback, and now everyone's like,
He's
oh,
decent,
he's
but he
good.
He was better than what they had before.
I guess, yeah.
I don't. Actually, I'll give it to Lions because also Derek Carr basically quit on the Raiders.
It's true.
He was kind of like, oh, I need to take time, yada yada.
Yep.
Okay.
So you never know.
All right, Bears again. Win. Broncos, probably a
Russell
loss.
Wilson.
Probably a loss. Sean Payton's going to make some strides there.
Yeah.
Vikings. Let's go with a split for the Vikings, okay?
I'm cool with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Cowboys, probably a loss.
Yeah.
So, let's see. We got...
It's like, what, 10? 10 wins?
Yeah. So, win. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 6. Take that.
That's not
Take
bad.
that as a Lions fan.
That's what I had the Vikings going.
Ooh. All right. Well, let's roll right into the Vikings then.
Oh my gosh, we're just doing them all.
We're just doing them all. We're doing them all.
Obviously.
Bucks. That's probably a win.
Yeah.
Eagles. They're going to get blown out.
Hey!
They will.
My boy Kirk.
They're
My
gonna
boy
get blown
Kirk
out.
means business. Yeah.
That's
the
on.
Eagles are gonna be
That's
fucking
on
good.
Prime. That's on Prime Video.
Loss.
Oh.
Prime Kurt lost. Chargers
Loss.
probably lost.
Yeah, well, fine. No, I think they'll win.
I think it's a loss.
I think they'll be good.
I think you're outvoted here, Paige.
That's fine. Fine.
All right, 1 and 2. Panthers probably a win. 2 and 2. Chiefs probably a loss. 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Bears.
Win.
Win.
All right, win.
3-3.
3 and 2. No, 3 and 3. You're right. 49ers. Oof.
Loss.
Loss.
3 and 4.
I'm getting outvoted. So. Doesn't matter.
3 and 4. Packers.
Win.
I think they're gonna lose, but
I
Oh,
can see them
Justin's
winning.
up to you.
I can see them winning.
Yeah.
all right. 4 and 3.
4-4.
Wait. Oh, 4-4. God, I'm always one game behind.
I got you.
Falcons. That's probably a win.
Yep.
Yeah.
5-4.
Saints.
Win. I think he can outduel Derek Carr.
If we're saying the Lions are losing to the Saints,
I think it's a loss.
Okay, fine.
Justin, what do you think?
I don't know what we counted the Lions for. I think if the Lions are winning, then there's a chance the Saints win, or the Vikings win against the Saints. But if we said the Lions are losing, then I don't think the Vikings are going to be better than the Lions. So
I think I picked them to win, to be honest with you.
okay, then we'll say a win. So 5-5,
Okay.
I think.
No. 7.
6-5.
6. No, 6-4.
6-4.
6-4.
6-4.
Broncos. Lost.
Yeah. 6-5.
Bears. I think they split, but
Yeah, probably split.
I'm cool with that.
Maybe. That's fine.
so 6-6.
6-6. Sure.
Raiders. I have them winning.
Yeah. 7-6.
Jimmy G. Yeah.
7-6. Bengals. Hard loss.
Well, you never know now.
Oh yeah.
You're right. Scary Burrow injury.
Yeah. We'll
We're-
just keep that as like a tie.
We're gonna 7-6-1. Okay, I like it.
Lions.
Loss.
Lost.
7-7.
We'll split them. We'll split them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
8-7-1.
And Packers we counted as I think it's gonna be a split. But if you guys don't think so, I'll get outvoted.
I could go with that. So
That's fine.
9-8-1.
9-8-1, and then wait, did you count the second Lions game or no?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so 9-8-1. Wait, that's 18
18
games.
Yeah, I don't know. I lost some.
9-7-1.
9-7-1. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's either 9-7-1 or 9-8, or
Yeah.
9-7.
Probably 9-8 because Burrow's gonna be back. He'll be fine. 9-8.
Okay, I'm cool
That's
with that.
about. I mean, that's about what I expected. Maybe
Yeah.
I might have put them at 8-9, but that's about what I expected. Because I think Packers are gonna have a better season. Let's roll into the Packers, right?
Okay.
Did I count the preseason games? I hope I didn't. No, I didn't. You counted them.
No.
Yeah, you counted them. All right, Bears Packers.
I don't know. They're both gonna be trash. It's gonna be a pack game. Don't watch.
I'll say Packers win.
I would say Packers win as well.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
All right, Falcons win.
Win. Who's the Falcons quarterback now?
Desmond Ritter.
Oh, okay.
Who?
He played for
Cincy.
Liberty.
Cincy.
Oh, that was the other one.
Yeah, Liberty was Malik Willis.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so 1-1.
Yeah.
I thought you said Packers were winning that game.
2-0. My bad.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Saints. I think that's a loss.
Yeah, loss.
Lions. Loss.
Loss.
Love that.
Is that
Raiders.
Lambeau, though?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Raiders
Loss.
win. Ooh, really? Okay, Justin.
I don't know. Is Josh Jacobs playing in this hypothetical?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a loss. 2-4.
All right. Broncos. Hard loss.
Yeah.
2-4.
Vikings. What do we say?
Loss.
Split? We said split for the
We
Said
Vikings?
split.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
add
okay.
those right now.
There you go. Rams. That's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win. Rams. Horror.
Okay.
Steelers. Oof. I'll be the tiebreaker here.
I am
Loss.
Steelers, and I would say a loss.
Okay, perfect. Then we're all in agreement here. Chargers.
Loss.
Loss.
Loss. You counted the Lions one already? No,
Yep.
we didn't.
Yeah.
We counted both of them?
We'll find out at the end. We'll skip it right now.
Yeah.
Chiefs. Lost.
Oh, God. Packers
there's a
fans
lot
are
of
crying
losses.
right now.
There's a lot of losses.
Connor's in shambles.
Giants. I think this is a win, but I can be outvoted here.
I think it's a
Win,
loss. Well, but there's
Oh.
2 wins. Doesn't matter.
All right, love that. Bucks, that's a win. Bucks are going to
Yeah.
suck. Bucks are
Yeah.
going to suck.
Baker Mayfield comeback season.
Panthers. I think that's a win as well.
Yeah.
I can be outvoted here if I need to. Okay. Vikings, we are counted. Bears, last game of the season.
Win.
I would think they split.
Okay. So I'm at 8. Yeah, 8-8.
8.
Yeah.
So we didn't count that other Lions one.
We did not count the other
Loss.
8
one.
and 9.
Loss. So 8 and 9. That's not bad.
All right. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is going to be a weird season, I think, for the NFC North. I think everybody's going to hover around, except for the Lions, of course. But, all right, let's go with Bears.
All right, Bears.
Wait, why the Packers should be playing the Jets? Why is that not on the schedule?
I wish it
True.
was, right?
It
I
should
wish
be.
it was. They should do it on a
Tickets,
year-to-year
$1,000.
basis. Yep, year-to-year basis, where they set it up, where stuff like this happens, and they play a primetime game.
Yeah, they messed up.
They could do an
Did-
exhibition game.
Preseason.
Exactly.
Oh God.
All right, Packers Bears. We picked them to lose that game, right?
Yeah. Well, let's
Yeah.
just for the Packers, the Lions, or the Packers and the Vikings, we'll just split.
Split. Okay. All right, I like that. Bucks win.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This will be my win side. I think I switched.
Chiefs lost.
Yes.
Oh God, they're gonna get blown out.
Yep. Broncos lost.
Oh God.
Commanders. That's a win.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Raiders. I think it's a win, but
I think it's a loss.
ooh, Paige.
I say loss.
I forgot which side was my win side.
You switched it now.
Okay, we're good.
Chargers.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saints.
I can see them maybe winning.
We're so inconsistent with the Saints.
We're in shambles.
I don't know how to make of them.
I think the Saints are going to be better.
So is it a loss?
I think it's a loss.
It's a loss.
Justin,
I'm counting it as a loss.
Panthers, I think it's a win.
When,
Okay.
The Panthers are gonna go like 0-17.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, Lions. We said both losses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is this is bad. Browns. I think that's a loss.
Yeah.
Cardinals, that's a win. For sure. Falcons, I think it's a win.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And we already did the Packers. Where are we at?
We are at 7 and 10. 7 wins, 10
Yeah.
losses.
7-10? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
about yeah.
I think
it?
one of
We're
these
close.
teams
We're close.
we really overestimated. One of these teams is going to be in the gutter.
I have them
Which
written
one is
down
it, though?
too.
Packers.
What is it now?
Packers.
I think it's the Vikings.
The
guys.
Packers weren't a good team, right? The Vikings at least won somehow, right? They somehow won.
Captain Kirk.
The,
Telling you.
the only redeeming factor of the Packers the last year was Aaron Rodgers. It was the only redeeming factor.
I don't think so. I think the defense is better than you think it is. Jair Alexander, Douglas, Rashad Gary.
Man.
I think they're better than you think.
When we get closer, we'll talk about picks again.
Okay.
Fair enough. After that first game, how they feeling after the Bears game?
I like that.
Just curious, Kratz. What do you think the Steelers' record is going to be?
I switch it up every single time, to be honest with you. I look at it. 49ers loss, Browns win, Raiders win, Texans win, Ravens Steelers, at Steelers, I think that one's a win. At Rams win, Jaguars loss, Titans win, Packers win, Browns second game at Browns probably a loss, Bengals loss, Cardinals win, Patriots win, Colts win, Bengals loss, Seahawks loss, Ravens loss. I think it's a rough end of the season.
Interesting.
I don't know what that turned out to be, but
I couldn't count that fast.
rapid
Wait.
fire.
You have them losing against the Ravens, but
At Ravens.
Oh,
Losing at
okay.
Ravens.
Oh, okay. I thought you said when. Okay. Never mind.
I did it earlier in the season because it's at Steelers.
Gotcha.
I think they win one, lose one. I think they
That's
split.
fair. That's fair.
I think they split with the Browns too, but I think they get blown out by the Bengals by both games.
Ugh,
Unless
Browns.
unless Joe Cool is hurt.
Yeah. That throws a wrench in everything. We'll read
It
the
does.
numbers later.
Yikes! Big yikes!
Don't worry, we don't have the AFC North till 2 weeks from now when I'm back.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
We'll talk about the Steelers again.
Great.
All right. You want to do final thoughts?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going first?
You go first.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about that U.S. women's loss. Actually, it wasn't a loss. It was a tie, but it
But
felt like one.
it did.
It felt like one. It was a 13-game consecutive win streak, longest in Women's World Cup history.
Mm-hmm.
And when they conceded that first goal, the team was really down. They brought in Rose Lavelle. That's how you say it, Lavelle, and she really made a difference. Killed it and brought it back to a tie. So, the season feels fine, or the World Cup hopes still feel okay, but they're not as good as they have been in the past. So this is going to be their toughest World Cup yet that I think that we've seen.
And to be fair to them, they tied against the 2019 winners, right?
I think so.
No.
Not World Cup. They won something else.
Oh, could have.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I saw that they're like a decent team. I don't know. So
Netherlands are the 9th best team in the world right now, according to FIFA's rankings. I think they're better than that.
What's USA?
They play hard. They're first.
Oh.
America.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought Alex Morgan played really, really well.
She did. She did. She's been playing really well.
They just couldn't connect. I mean, they had so many open looks. I was like watching it last night. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it would go right, it would go left, like everywhere.
They completely outworked us, which typically doesn't happen for the U.S. women's team. But they just outworked us.
Gotcha. So the women's team needs to win this next game to qualify.
They can tie.
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, if they lose, they are probably not moving on.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm okay with that.
Let's see.
I'll take my chance.
Yes.
I bet on it.
All right, so they play Portugal next.
Yes.
Okay.
They're a sleepy country.
Well, we're gonna be sleeping when it's at 1 a.m.
True.
on Tuesday. So.
Nice.
All right, Paige, you want to do your final thoughts?
3 a.m.
Oh, is that 3? Yikes.
Yeah. We kind of mentioned it a little bit, but Joe Burrow went down in practice today. It looked like he was scrambling out of the pocket, trying to run with it, and kind of like jerked to the right and kind of just pulled his calf and immediately just sat down and had to be carted off the field, which a lot of people are assuming Achilles. People think it's just like a normal like calf strain, but it didn't look good. And then my other one was that Tua declined to be on quarterback, the Netflix show for season 2.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I like that. So I haven't seen the quarterback show yet. I've actually been saving it. I've been saving it for just right before the season. Really just to
get amped.
Get me in the mood for football, right?
Because
if I do it too early, I'm gonna watch Hard Knocks for sure.
I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch Hard Knocks, but I can't watch it too early because then I'm just gonna be in that football mood for weeks.
You're gonna be too antsy.
I can't do that. Yeah.
I will say, it makes you love Kirk anymore. He's such a dad. Oh my god. It's insane.
I think of him as a dad right now. So.
Michigan State.
What are we saying?
But it's weird in the show, though, because obviously it's Patrick Mahomes, Marcus Mariota, and Kirk. You barely see Marcus Mariota in it.
Yeah, you barely see him.
Really?
In the NFL.
Barely. Yeah.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And then they show him, obviously stepping away from the team and, that whole mess and, he explains, what actually happened.
Interesting.
And whatnot.
Quack Nation.
It's interesting. I used to love him at Oregon.
Yeah.
I loved him at Oregon.
He was a beast. And then,
Here he is
life happens.
Yeah. He's not a terrible quarterback.
He's a good backup.
He's a good backup, exactly.
Yeah.
100%. All right, my turn. There is a new NIL law proposed in the United States Congress. It's called Protecting Athletes, Schools, and Sports Act. And there's a couple points that I'll go through real fast that it spells out. One, it creates a public registry with anonymized data, right? So you won't see the names, but you'll see how much money athletes are making. Second point, it bans state laws regarding revenue sharing amongst athletes. And I believe that is because California was trying to enact a law that every athlete at a certain school gets paid a minimum salary, which they want to.
I think they should.
That's up to debate. I'm not here to debate it. We can talk about it in debate. But the reasoning for that was if someone's bringing in millions of dollars, not giving that away. That was the reasoning behind it. Third point is to give the NCAA latitude to ban certain NIL deals and reasonings for gambling, alcohol, stuff like that. I think that's fair. And then fourth point, transfer portal restrictions. So players will only be able to switch schools and not lose a year of eligibility if they have already been at their current school for 3 consecutive years, academic years.
Wow.
With exceptions for coaches leaving, death of a family member, or something significant like that.
Why is the government getting involved?
So, real quick, last point, and then we can talk about that. Fifth and final one, and I think this is a great point. Health insurance will be guaranteed for sports-related injuries for uninsured student athletes for 8 years following graduation.
Wow. That's awesome.
Paid by the school or a trust set up by the school or something like that. So I think that's cool. But
That's cool.
There's definitely
here's a couple points, right?
Yes.
This is why I'm not a big fan of like deals when they get put together like this, because they think of it as like a lump sum when there's a lot of good points to that, but there's a lot of them that some people won't agree on. So I really truthfully think that there's a lot of good in this deal, but it's not going to get passed because of the couple things that might be debatable, and it will hinder the package that they put together.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I also heard that this deal was made by both sides of the aisle, not to get too political, of course, but there is push from both sides. So I don't know what the counts are going to turn out like.
The one that I think is scary is the one that NCAA can ban whatever NIL deal that they want. I'm not saying that they'll get too like power hungry and ban every single one, but that
I could
is
see
a little questionable.
Yeah, for sure.
The NCAA is just awful. Like, but the thing is, they made like all the NIL rules like so vague. And the reason they did that is because it's easier to kind of catch people. Be like, oh, you did this, but it doesn't really say, oh, you know, like the Kavanagh twins. Like, it's just like a whole different thing.
Harbaugh.
But I think, exactly. And like, he's only getting, suspended for 4 games?
Probably.
But
it hasn't been
his,
confirmed
like,
yet, but
okay, but his is like, are you stupid, dude? Like, you can't have a recruit practice. Like, what?
yeah.
What's going on?
So I agree with you, Paige. It's very vague. It's like I heard someone call it the Wild West right now. So that's why I think the government's trying to get involved. I think they are doing the right thing and trying to get involved to some extent. But like you said, Noah, the great stuff in there is going to be clouded by the questionable things, and they should just pass the things that need to be passed, that everyone can agree on, and then figure out the other stuff later.
Like the healthcare and possibly the transfer one, I feel like if those two were just like a package deal, it would get passed.
Yeah.
Because I think coaches and like players and like fans and everyone are just sick of the transfer portal. Of like you can just transfer like this. Like for example, there was a kid, Marcus Adam Jr. So he reclassified to 2023, was committed to Kansas, went there, enrolled early actually. Decided, you know, he's actually not going to get playing time. Bill Self told him that. He's not going to play. 4-star recruit. Went in the transfer portal and just committed to Gonzaga in a matter of a month.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's nice for the players, right? They can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a little too open. I agree.
Yeah. Like, that's insane.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
All right, guys. Great conversation today. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm really feeling the football vibes coming on. It's great.
Football season.
Let's go.
It's football season.
Yes.
We'll talk some college football.
Baseball.
We'll talk, it's been a little dry lately.
Yeah.
We'll talk some college football in 2 weeks. Are you guys doing an episode next week?
We can.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
All right. I'm out next week. I'll be on my honeymoon in Jamaica.
Let's go. You're making me crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'll do it from there, you know.
That'd be sick. Have the water in the background.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks, but you guys will be on next week.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
All right.
See ya.
Peace. See ya.